Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Farming Simulator 25 map guide. Today we're going to be taking a look at new Endeavour 4X. But before that, this video is brought to you by Donald Smart and Matthew Young. Thank you for being farm barons. So the new Endeavour 4X map can be found at the farmingsimulator.com website or the in-game downloadable content menu, and as of the 1.0 release, this map is available for PC and Mac players only. Now, as the name may suggest, this is a 4X map, and as such, we can expect to stay as a PC map because we've yet to see a 4X map be released and stay released for console. Now, this map does not have any required mods, so it's nice to see the total download size of 142 megabytes is all you're going to have to worry about. Let's go ahead and read some of the description. Welcome to New Endeavour, where anything can happen. By the way, this is a wilderness-style map. This map offers 70 farmlands, some with forest areas, added crops of rye, millet, mustard, lavender, and poppy, precision farming ready with a custom soil map. There are collectibles added to the map. In fact, they are the 25 Riverbend Springs collectibles, so the 25 museum ones. We have a sawmill and a BGA, both on the map, so there are only 2 productions on the map. There's a restaurant on the river as a sell point, and warehouse logistics to buy all your building needs. With that said, let's jump back over here to the map itself and take a look at the PDA. So this is kind of a hybrid wilderness map in the fact that we have a road through here, we have a few buildings, we've got a few areas of points of interest, but the vast majority of the map is going to be grassland or forestry. And it's up to you to buy the land and, well, do whatever you really want with. As I mentioned, this map does have all the standard crops available to us in Farm Sim 25, as well as the new crops of rye, millet, mustard, lavender, and poppy. In fact, this is an interesting map because this is probably the first map that I have found that does not have Lua errors when straw harvest is added that has additional crops. So I'm not really sure what's going on here with this map, why it's so different. But at any rate, I just wanted to take note of that. You should be able to use straw harvest on this map, even with the additional crops, because there's no Lua errors to speak of. With respect to our starting farmland, we start out by owning farmland ID 31. That is going to be the main starting farm. Although I use that a little loose because there's no buildings on this land. We've got all of our machinery lined up kind of out in the middle of the grass. And then we have a little field here, 32. And overall, this farmland, you can buy it if you don't own the farm at the start for just $52,500. And it's 21 acres in size. Now, with respect to the precision farming soil map, we really don't see a whole lot of covered here because there aren't too many actual fields predefined. We've got a bit of loam up here to the north. You see we have a mix of sandy loam, loamy sand, and loam down to the south. And somewhere in the middle here, well, we've got a bit of silty clay also in the mix. We do have our standard crop counter available to us on this map. In addition, we do have the additional crops kind of added into that crop counter. We do not have any animal pens pre-placed. We do have some contracts available, including the new contracts for FS25, deadwood, wood transport, and I would expect rock crushing would pop up as well. As I mentioned, we have 2 productions on this map, a biogas plant and a sawmill. As far as sell points go, I have counted 3 different sell points scattered around the map. We're going to run down through our starting fleet here in a moment, but pretty much it looks like the starting fleet from Riverbend Springs. And then lastly, we do have 25 collectibles. They are, again, the Riverbend Springs map collectibles. In fact, well, here's going to give you 2. So we got the bell housing there. And then we have our flower pots right here at our vehicle shop. And this is where we load into the map for the very first time. While we're here, let's just go ahead and pick up a piece of machinery, see where things spawn. So we've got a fairly large area for our new machinery spawning in here. which is nice to see because, well, in a wilderness map, we can make the fields as big as we might want them to be. As far as our dealer trigger goes, we're going to find that here on the other side of the building. So that's going to be located right there. And if we take this road to the left, well, it's going to eventually take us up to our starting farm land area. As well as we're going to go by the 2 productions. Now, we'll say with respect to this map, on low-end systems, it's going to perform just fine. I was seeing frame rates in the 40s and low 50s. So we're looking at frame rates 80 to 100 FPS after factoring in my custom medium settings with FSR frame gen enabled. So here we have our biogas plant. And then right past this line of trees, we're going to find our starting farm. Again, we're going to use that term rather loosely because it just consists of this small field and then this grass area where our starting machinery is lined up. So to that end, let's go ahead and take a look at our starting machinery. We've got the Challenger MT 635 medium tractor. We have the John Deere 3650 small tractor. We have the EDK 650 trailer. And then we have the Servo T6000P plow and the John Deere 980 cultivator. We're going to find our Great Plains solid stand 1500 seeder is going to be in use on this map, as well as the Massey Ferguson 8570, the 8570 header and header trailer. This map does not have any custom vehicles or implements. Like I mentioned, we're going to find them all lined up here, ready to go once we figure out what kind of fields we want to make and get to making them. Now, just past our farm, we do have our sawmill. It's going to be located right there. Right? All the triggers where we have come to expect them to be. To the north, all we have is wilderness. Really just kind of waiting for us to decide what we're maybe going to do with that. We do have a few fields scattered here and yonder. We have our biogas plant located right here. Now, an interesting thing to note, even if we own all the land, we do not have the ability of getting rid of the sawmill or the BGA. So we've got our big Riverbend Springs BGA here with the 2 3-sided silage bunkers. In town, we have our warehouse right beside our vehicle dealership. So we're going to be able to sell things as well as buy them. We have our vehicle dealer, which we've kind of already talked about. Right across the street from that, we have our animal dealer. Around the back, we're going to find slurry. We're going to find manure, as we have come to expect. And then we have our animal buy point and our bale sell point. Right up the road from here, we have our farmer's market with our grain sell point as well as our product sell point. And, well, something maybe is a little afoot with respect to our lime silo. I think something was left checked in the Giants editor. Not sure how that made it through testing. Okay. Now, if we follow this road to the west, east, got several small pieces of farmland by the road. We're going to find our gas station. Then, of course, we have more wilderness to the east and to the south. Making our way back here, we're going to go south. We're going to find a river. And then along the river, well, that's where we're going to find our final sell point at the restaurant. So we do have another fuel station here. And this fuel station also happens to be equipped with an electric charging station. Right there. We're going to go across the river. We're going to hang a right and run this road down along the river till we get to the barge or the riverboat, where we're going to find our final sell point at Willie's. Then again, the rest of this map, well, it's going to be Untamed Wilderness. Or should I say pseudo-untamed wilderness, because again, randomly we do have fields here, there, and yonder. That's it with respect to New Endeavour 4X. This is, as I said, a 4X wilderness style map with a bit of pre-placed items included, kind of to get you going. I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments below with respect to this map. Are you into wilderness style maps? Is this going to be your next gameplay or not? And until next time, happy farming.